Hi, everybody. Welcome to Moving Forward with Audrey. I am Audrey. Um, this is a healing podcast. We literally deal with and cover whatever topic I find of interest at the moment. Certainly, spirituality, energy, being centered, up leveling frequency. The one thing we're not doing on this podcast, because my guides said not to, is dealing with politics. So if you'd like to learn about enlightened politics and get readings on that, please go to Revealing Light, Tarot, Astrology, and Spirituality with Marianne. When she does her readings, I tune in with most of them, and usually we get the same thing. And then there's another person who's also very interesting, Susan Lynn, I think it's Lynn, Spirit Navigator. Those at the moment are the only people I will recommend because I'm not doing political readings. I will do them not on this podcast, then I'll do them. But the guides do not want me to do them on this podcast. Sorry, my nose is itching. I apologize. And the reason I could wear clothes like this is I'm in Costa Rica, which right now we're having rain for the moment. So we are going to be doing alternate nostril breathing. We're going to be doing work about the Merkabah. And then we're going to be doing what do you put into your system? Food, thoughts, ideas, videos. What are you putting into yourself? Okay, so now get comfortable. Give yourself this hour. Let yourself have this time. This is you nurturing yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, energetic, financially, in whatever way you would like to be nurtured. And allow this. No matter how busy your life may be, if all you're doing is running around and running around, doing this and doing that, when are you actually living your life? And I'm from New York, the city, and I definitely know how to run around. I still walk fast. And in Costa Rica, people don't. I tend to because that's in me. And born the year of the horse, Aries ascendant, Cancer sun sign. So I know how to do that. And do I enjoy it? I love it when I'm in that mood. Yes, when I'm all dressed up in high heels, which I really don't wear here. But if and when, no, then I walk, I'm a lady. And I know how to do all that stuff. So sit back. If you're watching a child, if you're using a knife, you're cutting up a fruit or something like that, then do that. But when you can, pay full attention to this and participate. That's how you get the benefit. Taking action. Okay, and breathing and taking in energy and releasing is also taking in action. So we're going to do a yogic breath. It's called alternate nostril breathing. I think it was called Nadi Sudhi, where I used to practice yoga. And what we're going to be doing is closing one nostril with one finger and inhaling through the opposite nostril, then closing both and pausing and then releasing the first one so we can exhale from that. Then we're going to inhale again, close both, and exhale from the opposite nostril. We're going to be doing alternate nostril breathing. That will help you get very centered and help balance the brain. So, obviously, I can't talk while I show it to you. So, I'm going to show it to you and help guide you. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so close your right nostril, inhale through the left, close both, open the right and gently exhale. Inhale, close. Open the left, exhale. Inhale from the left. Close both. Open the right, exhale slowly. Inhale. Close both. Open the left. Exhale slowly. Inhale. Hold both. Open the right. Exhale. Inhale slowly. Close both. Open the left. Exhale very slowly. Put your hand down and chest beat. This is a very balancing breath. It helps balance the hemispheres of the brain. You inhale, say to start, to a count of, well, it depends. I mean, I've been doing this for years. All right, say for a count of 4, hold for a count of 6, exhale for a count of 8. Inhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 6, exhale for a count of 8. And that's a way to do it. If you can't do it and it's not 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, when I'm doing it and explaining, I don't say the 1 because you're already doing it. So I do 2, 3, 4. But that's the pace, like that. You're not holding your breath to see how long you can hold your breath. It is, that's not what you're doing. This is done at a gentle pace. A nice, fluid, easy, gentle pace. And the more you do the breathing technique, the easier it gets. And the longer you'll be able to have the inhalation, hold, and exhalation. If at first, what you can do is hold for a count of 2, breathe in for a count of 2, hold for a count of 3, and exhale for a count of 4, then that's fine. You do what you can do, and whatever you can do is good. Okay? Don't compare yourself to what someone else can do. That's just silly. Because you're not them, they are not you. You have different backgrounds and histories and allow yourself, if you're going to compare it all, it's with your own self, and it's not a competition. This is not whoever gets their first wins. No, that's not what this is. So take that whole attitude, mindset, belief, let it go. So, and you can do this anytime. Anytime. And I recommend that you do. It will help both, as I said, balance the hemispheres of the brain, which we need. They have different functions. The right side of the brain, the right hemisphere, is more the artistic and creative. The left is more the analytical. And it's also, if I remember correctly, the speaking. And we need both. It's important to be able to speak or write or communicate, do math, that sort of thing. It's also important to appreciate art and meditate and go into many realms. And when it's balanced, you take it all. And since we're at a time on the earth, and we are, this is, I would say, one of the largest, biggest, most impressive, so to speak, transformational times on the planet that I have experienced. And yes, I experienced things differently as a child, as an adolescent, as a teen, as a young lady in her 20s when it's all new, well, 30s and onward. And I expect to experiencing things newly and differently as I traipse through what we will call the years. So, all of it is new. If we bring a fresh mindset, it's all new, okay? Including the air. If you allow yourself and set yourself, you're breathing in new, fresh, clean air, do it. And whenever you're doing these breathing attunements with me or on your own, do your best to be where there is clean air so you can take in as full a breath as possible and benefit your body and your being. I mean, don't do it where there are buses doing what I call bus farts. That's not what you want. Do it. Okay, right now it's raining, but we have trees right outside. So I'm getting, at the least, decent air. So it's fine. During COVID, when I was in Florida, I used to walk under the trees. And did I breathe? Yes, I breathed. I'm here. I'm alive. And I was breathing in the oxygen of the trees. And when I did that, did I wear a mask? No, I didn't. I was alone, all one, where nobody else was, because I used to do my morning walk and then I used to do little videos by my tree. And go find them. They're somewhere on YouTube or Instagram or something, um, and enjoy them. But yeah, do what you can do for your own health and wellness. And our affirmation for today, yes. An affirmation, by the way, is a statement of power and intent. It's not just something you rattle off. It's power because you're creating. You're creating with your thoughts, you're creating with your ideas, you're creating with your action, you're creating with your internal thoughts, you're creating with your external words and thoughts. And even if you think the all in all, the whatever it is we're all part of is not going to remember this, yes, it does. It's beyond you. You're part of it. But this is beyond, beyond. It's not somebody taking notes. You're not going to pass or fail. It's simply going to be what you do, create, and be. And I am one of the people who feels when we go to the next level, when we sensibly die or unsubscribe from this life, when we leave, I do feel that part of the experience when we get there is we get to experience all of our thoughts and feelings and actions, and usually not just what we felt about it, but anyone else who experienced it, what their feelings and perceptions were. So it's not like one doesn't get to know or understand this. And each soul is different. I am one of these people who do feel that some souls come in more enlightened than others. Some people can have a whole thing about that. Go have your whole thing about it. But I have noticed that right from the get go, some of us are like simply more seemingly enlightened than others, which means we have other things to do on this planet than others. To whom much is given, much is required, or however that thing goes. So, yeah, it's not a free ride. All right, there are some people that they're having a life at the moment that seems simple. According to some teachers, that means they'd had others that were really difficult and challenging. According to some others, it's only the one life, and it's all here and now on different frequencies. I am not going to get into which is correct. I am going to get into you do your best here and now. That's what you do. So, our affirmation is I am balanced, centered, and lifted. And feel it in your heart. I am balanced, centered, and lifted. So you're balanced, centered, and lifted. Yeah. I am balanced, centered, lifted. Create a rhythm, dance to it, do what you like, but you are balanced, centered, and lifted. We are balanced, centered, and lifted. Allow this, play with it, make a game of it, but be it. Say it, feel it, allow it, enjoy it, experience it, and then you're it. And any part that doesn't align with that, you will see it, feel it, be shown it immediately. If you go, no, I'm not, and then you see where you're not, that is what you're going to work on so that you are balanced, centered, and lifted. That's some of your quote unquote homework. Do you want to do it? Do you not want to do it? It's up to you. I'm not going to come knocking on your door and calling you up and say, so, did you do it? Did you not? That's up to you. That is truly up to you. So today we are going to be talking about the Merkabah. Some call it Merkabah, some call it Merkabah. I play around both ways. And what is a Merkabah? It is, what's that word? Tetrahedron. It's like two tetrahedron stars. Looks like this. Okay, let me see. Can I get this close up to the camera? This, I'm not taking it off my neck, by the way. This is tetrahedron. See it? If you were born Jewish, you probably call it a Jewish star. Some call it Solomon's seal. There are other terms. It's one triangle with another one overlaid. It's a six-pointed star. Two equilateral triangles. And a way to work with it as the Merkabah, you can feel it, imagine it, create it so that the point, my fingers, okay, of the first is like above your forehead going down and out, and the bottom line of it is like by your feet and not quite to the bottom of your feet. And then the other, that's the top triangle. The bottom triangle has the point by your feet where it sticks out, because we're going to have 6 points, and then it comes up, and the going across would be right about here. So the first one, the line on the bottom, the base, would be a little above your ankles. So it's triangle, triangle. So that is like, you can imagine that you're in that, or that is surrounding you. And not just that it's flat or two-dimensional. It can be three-dimensional. It can be fifth-dimensional. It can be each part can spin individually. It can be the different colors. And if you want, we'll do a meditation later with that, and with the column going right down through us. But the Merkabah, which we are in. It's part of our light body. And that is part of a way, if you'd like to vision it, so it's not within us, it's bigger. And a column of light going down the middle, and that it spins so that the spinning makes an energy vortex around us that we are within, and it can spin way out beyond you. So the Merkabah is part of what protects us, uplifts us, helps shift us into higher realms, helps us do that. There are times I'm doing a lot of Merkabah meditations, and then there are times I'm not doing much. So I will give you one today so you can enjoy it and play with it and do it. And I mean, there's definitely the alternate nostril breathing, definitely do that. So I give you a whole lot of stuff to facilitate your growth. As I said, this is a healing podcast. It is up to you to take all the good stuff and use it. And yes, do I have seminars? I do. So you can take any of my seminars. At the moment, there are 3 online seminars. I have at the moment 4 books that are online. And yes, I do readings, but you need to make sure it's really me, not someone else. And people can lie and just do all kind of whatever. But I do readings. And when you go to the website, Audrey Now, Audreyenow.com, I do believe there are places where various clients over the years have given their testimonials. Do I have more? Yes. Am I working on the website? I'm not. My tech person is right now. I would like another tech person. And if that's what you do, you can get in touch with me. We can do exchanges because right now that's how I would be able to thank you. It wouldn't be financially at the moment, or maybe it will be. Who knows? That changes moment by moment by moment. So delete that I said that, but let me know and we'll create whatever is an appropriate exchange if the energy and the vibes are appropriate. And so let us do that. Let's so imagine and feel the 2 tetrahedron, that star, and one could be looking this way. You could make another one that looks like it's looking that way. And then gently, you don't want to be dizzy here. You can feel it slowly spinning and rotating, creating an energy vortex within and around you. I don't think it'll be a Taurus, Taurus, not the sign Taurus. And let's see, what did I say in that? I can't read my own notes. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. So I'm not going to go into major detail because this isn't a workshop. This is a podcast. And I wasn't planning on doing these workshops, but if a bunch of people want, I can create one. But other than that, nope. I'll be doing other stuff. So put yourself in the star tetrahedron and gently have it twirl. And you could make one of white, shining, spiritual light. And as it turns, you're filled with that light. And you may make another one filled with golden light. So you're filled with that. You're safe, you're protected, you're blessed, you're cleansed, you're energized, you're uplifted, you're blessed. And there are ways to do it so that you've got all different colors for the different chakras. You can do that. You can inhale and then have the bottom be red with your root chakra. You can do another inhalation and then not the solar plexus. Yeah, the next one is orange, and it goes up on the outer triangle. Then you can inhale again, and then it's yellow, and then it's in the solar plexus, and then you can do it another inhalation. It's green, it's by the heart. Do another inhalation, it's all part of the tetrahedron, and then it's blue, it's the throat, and then you inhale again, and you get indigo, it is the third eye, and then you inhale again, and you get another one, it's lavender. Inhale again, and it's the crown. It could be silver white, shiny, and you can do others that go above the crown, because there are at least six. And I know when I was doing one of the seminars I did years ago, the guides had me both in the galaxy, there was one, and then way out, much more galactic. So there are stuff that many people don't know about, and in my opinion, it's all growing and changing now and evolving as our species, such as it is, um, has been third dimensional, but it's shifting into fourth dimension. And at a certain point, fifth dimension, which apparently is when we can shift into the non physical. Now and then I feel I'm doing that. I don't think it's quite, but because I do energy healing work, I'm kind of flittering around in the energy. And if I go really high in that and do a whole lot of healings, when I was doing a whole lot of live seminars, one of the people in the group, who was also a private client, he would make sure that I took all of my equipment because I would float off and forget it because I was not operating third dimensionally. So be aware that, as I said, we are multidimensional. So you can put yourself into these two tetrahedrons, the Merkabah, and allow yourself to breathe in the shining white light. You could put it in the linings of all your cells. And you can also breathe, and then remember to exhale, breathe in as the other tetrahedron. You can have one this way, one that way, and you can also open them up. These are not fixed things. They don't have to just look like a flat something. No, these are energetic. These are frequencies. These are movements. And the other one can be gold, and you breathe that in, and you can put that into the nucleus of all your cells beyond the ones you know you have. And no, you don't have to know exactly where it is. This is not a science experiment. This is an energetic experience, different. But the only way to get it is to actually do it, not just think about it. Oh, what an interesting idea. No, you do it. You do it. And that's how you get to experience. And the more you do it, by the way, the more proficient you become. And the six-pointed star that I still tend to think of as a Jewish star, you can think of it as Solomon's seal, and there are other terminology if that's your comfort zone, whatever it is that's for you. And you could even spin the different points separately. And there's six of them. So you can make those red, orange, yellow, green, blue. I like fuchsias. You can say lavender, but I'm going to go fuchsia. I like fuchsia. And as the whole thing moves, golden, golden, or the middle part, golden, and allow that. This is your tetrahedron. This is your Merkabah. You can allow all of that. And you can be sitting down and allowing that. You can be lying down and allowing that, because this is an energetic frequency. So if you're lying on a couch, the floor, a bed, the beach, wherever it is, it goes under what looks like solidity. Like the beach might be solid to you with your feet, but to this, No, it's not. And according to quantum mechanics or quantum physics, none of us are solid, not a one. Am I going to say go out and experiment with that? Not while you're in your third dimension. No, you'll hurt yourself generally. So you have to uplift, and when you could move through, like when I'm doing energy healings, I love doing energy healings. I am literally in the energy of what I'm doing, and I move through it and flow through it, and I'm part of it. And my eyes are closed, so I'm not looking at, oh, this is that. And if it's what we call a long distance or an absent healing, meaning the client isn't here with me physically, such as that word might mean, I make a little rendition of the client, okay, my little client avatar, and I plop them in front of me so I can deal with them, and I move around it and do what I have to. So there are many, and does it work? Yes, very effective, most definitely. So there are many ways to understand this. So allow yourself to enjoy your Merkabah. It is yours. And do the Merkabah meditation every time you inhale, up to 7, 8, or 9, or 10 times. You're adding another color. It's spinning. You can get it to the point, if you choose, with your eyes closed or relaxing, where it's spinning past the speed of light. And don't go where you did, don't do that. And you are shifting and changing. Your cells are shifting and changing. Your frequency is shifting and changing. You are evolving. So allow that. I would recommend you don't start off with that. That's more complicated and advanced. Start simply. Kiss. Keep it simple, sweetheart. Keep it simple. That way you will actually do it. I mean, I know complicated breathing attunements. I'm not yet teaching them because it's important they actually do the practices. And that's how you get the effect. That's how it, quote unquote, works. And if all you do is imagine, some people can. You can feel, see, and sense something so clearly, it absolutely happens, most definitely. That's apparently how certain athletes and certain musicians practice. They feel it, they see it, they sense it, they're doing it, they're playing the violin inside, and then when it comes to actually play, they can, because they have practiced and rehearsed in their energy body. That works. But you have to really do it, not just halfway. Halfway won't work. You get a halfway result, which is not what you want. So play with this, because we all have a Merkabah. We all are a Merkabah. We all are an energy frequency. Whatever we are, we can go to a next level. And in my opinion, I mean, I'm an artist. Oh, let me show you some of the frequency stones. This one's heavy. Okay, so this is a frequency stone. And yes, I paint texturally. This is the other side. Ta-da! This is another aspect. And this is heavy. This is an actual rock. This is another aspect. And yes, if you love it, you can have it. You order it, and you can have it. This is another one. Oh, I didn't put a little one here. This is another one, not so heavy. I'll do it with one hand. See, look at how cute. And on the other side, you have this. Looks like a mouth and an eye. I didn't even know that when I did it. And then there's that. And then there's this. So you get, and they all have gemstones, they're crystals on them. Ah. And what do you get? Why would you even want a frequency stone? They help you center. They help ground you. It's an actual rock. A few of them are from by the seashore, and others are rocks from the land. I select the ones that kind of vibrate and calm me. I don't I don't just go swooping along. I bless them, I thank them, I clean them, I paint them. And I bless them and thank them all the way through. And then they live in my gallery until somebody chooses to have them, and we create the appropriate exchange. And they've been loved all the way through. And because they're in this healer's house, me, they've been filled with love and energy and gratitude and laughter and appreciation and joy. And so if you have one of them, from the little ones to the one I can't even lift because it's a big one, it's like that, and I can't lift it. So other people have lifted it for me. Um, and help shift and change your own vibration. I carry around 4 little ones in my purse because I love them. And I can take them out and hold them and feel an aspect of the earth. The old ones, as the first peoples call them, who some call Native Americans, but they're not Native Americans, they're pre-American, okay? Let's get real with that. And my friends in that community call themselves first peoples, and we're not going to argue who was here first and who was here second and who was here first and who's better and all that. I feel the same as Edgar Casey, that we have about 7 cradles of civilization, not just one. No. And so there's the black, the brown, the red, the yellow, the white, and whichever one I may have left out. There's 5 or 6 cradles of civilization. And we all have our own special, unique aspect. We're not all interchangeable. I mean, we are. We're all people. So we can do anything. But some have a particular gift in that area, some in another area, some in another area, some in another, and some in another, and some in another. And because we've been here for at least 200,000 years, watch last week's show. And no, the show, when did I talk about that? I think it was on the 4th of June. Watch that one. Why do I want you to watch that one? For some of the gifts that we have, what we can do as a species, and allow yourself to know, find your own gifts. I mean, some people want to compete. Have you noticed? Okay, am I allowed to say this? Once black people in the United States were allowed to participate in sports because the racism of the white people did not allow it, I think because of their jealousy and insecurity, which they then changed into hatred and anger and fear out of their own insecurity, those that did that, then after a little bit of time, on the whole, lots of black people not only dominated the sports. Does that tell you something about abilities? Faites attention, pay attention. This doesn't mean every black person is black, brown, beige is better than every white person. And so it doesn't mean that. But it does mean, pay attention, there is some of that. And if you don't know people of all different communities or cohorts or whatever the word is, then you don't know. You don't know. And you don't know that you don't know. And if what you listen to is somebody who's prejudiced, you're never going to know. And if you don't know, AI also has built in prejudice because it's made by people and all of that seeps in. So really open up your consciousness. Be very real and authentic with what you perceive. And you do not have to be upset about someone having a talent you may not. Learn from them. Teach them what you've got that they may not have. Develop your own abilities. Whatever someone's abilities are, we actually need them on the earth. It's important. And since we're at such a time of shift and change, the more talent and abilities we all have, the better. Okay? Now I want to talk about, I was going to call it food, but it's not just food. It's what do you put into yourself? What are you watching? What are you listening to? What food do you eat? Where do you go? What kind of culture do you participate in? What kind of movies do you watch? What kind of television or podcasts or any of that do you look at? Are you putting in the stuff that kind of ruptures your own energy frequency? Stop doing that. It literally lowers your vibration and energy. It lowers your longevity. If you want to live a long time and be healthy, that is not the thing to do. I'm not saying you can't have excitement, but do it in a healthy, holistic way. I mean, I sometimes entertain myself by looking at where I am in Costa Rica. We don't have movies, which I miss. Okay, there's not a whole lot of shows. I'm from New York. I'm used to that stuff. Okay, I had it anywhere, anywhere. Where I lived in the city, I could go to about 5 different movie theaters within 4 blocks of where I lived. So this was normal to me. Not having anything, not so normal. But that's how I'm living now. So I supplement by looking at various podcasts. Are they all what I would prefer? No, not really. But sometimes it's the better of what's there available. But if you're looking at things that torture, that hurt, that maim, stop. Stop. That is hurting yourself. It's hurting your heart. It's hurting your brain. It's hurting your frequency. It's lowering what it is that you are. And ask yourself, why am I looking at this? What part of me seems to resonate within this? And if you can't see it or distinguish it, see someone like me or whomever it might be who lovingly, without an agenda, to either seemingly put you down or raise you up or falsely protect yourself, so you can help understand this and clear it. Because if you don't, it could help exterminate you. You may not like what that sounds like, but that is part of how it works. That's a little bit simplistic, but it's nonetheless part of how it works. And some people have a stronger system. They're born with it. Like if you're born on an eclipse, you can have different effects in your life than other people. So it isn't better or worse. Oh, they have this, I have that. Then all you're going to do is have a life of complaint. Is that going to feel good and happy and joyous and wonderful? No. No. Do you want to be that? The complainer? The nag? Not recommended. If you have it in your internal dialogue, the stuff in your head, that is why the guides gave me the protective prayer. Go find it on my website. Because sometimes my internal dialogue is horrific. I don't like it. It's really gross sometimes. And I have to, if it's there, it's there. I can't just shut it down because then it goes inside of me. That I don't need, neither do you. So I have to find a way to protect myself and the world. And the protective prayer is what the guides gave me so that I could do it. And then I work through whatever that barf is, because my real intention, no matter what it may look like, if I'm upset or angry or insecure or whatever it might be, is really to be a blessing on this earth. When I was a child, a kid, I already knew, because they told me, that I was here to make things better. So now I have fancier words, but that's part of why I incarnated. I was sent here to make things better. And is that always easy? No. But we make it easy. We learn how to release judgment. I am still releasing judgment. Go read, oh God, the Five Agreements. No, the Four Agreements by, oh God, what's his name? Ruiz. It'll come to me. I've met him. I did one of his seminars. And it was so funny. A friend had told me, "Oh, you have to meet him. He's amazing." Blah, 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 blah. So I went to meet him. He took one, we had not met. He took one look at me and he said, "You're a shaman." I looked at him. I said, "I'm a psychic." He said, "You're a shaman." I said, "We did that 3 or 4 times." Then we burst out laughing. Said, "It's the same thing, different words, different acculturation." And he did this amazing seminar. Don Miguel Ruiz, that's his name. And he's got a lot of good books. I love the Four Agreements. I have others. Those are one of the books that everyone ought to read. Let me see if I remember them. Don't take anything personally. Do your best. Make no assumptions. And what is the other one? I mean, I know them and I do my best to live them, but really do these. And all of these helps. All of these, Bashar would call them permission slips. All of these permission slips help you evolve. Wherever you get them from, do them. Do them. Don't take anything personally. So if somebody goes, you don't have to take it personally. They think like that. That's how they think. You don't have to be near it, but when you move it away, do the protective prayer so it doesn't get into you. Like, yeah. That's why it's important for you to pay attention to what you're allowing inside yourself and what you are broadcasting, what you are telecasting, what you are energetically casting to the world. You have charge of that. Don't take anything personally. Do your best. Whatever your best is, you do that, and that is the best you can do. And when you can do better, as Dr. Maya Angelou said, when you can do better, you will do better. So don't get mad at yourself because at one point the best you could do was here and then you could do here. That was the best. If you messed up and did stuff that harmed anyone, clean it up the best you can. And then let go. Let go. Let go of any of the attachment to that. Okay, so don't take anything personally. Do the best you can. I don't know where the book is. I lost a lot of books when I came to Costa Rica because I had an extensive library of a lot of metaphysical books. Do your best. Don't take anything personally. Okay, so I don't remember them right offhand. Um, Let me see if I can find. No, I'm not. I'm going to leave the phone, but you can look it up and get the book, The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz, and do that. Do that, and you'll find your life changes right away. So, in terms of what you're taking in and what you're letting go, if anything I say resonates and you want to grow through it, do it. If something doesn't, let it be. I mean, I am for over 50 years a vegetarian. I started ovo-lacto, which means eggs and dairy. And then it took a while and I let go of all of that. And then it took a while and I became pretty much vegan. Then I became raw vegan and I was that for many, many years. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And then I discovered here in Costa Rica, I drink a whole lot of something called pipa. Oh, I love pipa! Pipa is the coconut right out of the shell. Delicious. But if I drink too much, not good for my digestive, I can get diarrhea. Do not like that. And so I would sometimes have bread, whole grain. Was not able to find organic bread, so I would eat some of that. And I just found out at the feria, the farmers market, now there's a baker that's making a bread out of almonds, and they said no white flour. Do I really believe no white flour? Frankly, I don't. But I'm going to try that one. Meanwhile, I've been getting the only whole grain, whole wheat that I can find from this lovely baker there. However, I would prefer not to eat whole wheat. I would rather have almonds. And so I'm going to experiment. Life is an experiment. Allow yourself to participate. If it works and you evolve, stay with it. If it doesn't and you devolve, let it go. That goes for the people you hang out with. That goes for who you follow. That goes for the activities you do. That goes for the way you speak. That goes for the food you eat. That goes for all of this. That goes for what you read. That goes for what you watch. Okay, we still have time. So I'm going to pick a card. Let's see, which deck shall I use? Ha ha ha. I'm going to pick a card from Soul Cards 2 deck. And these speak to me. So I'm shuffling it. I'm asking to select a card that is good for this whole collective. That means you. It also means me. So this is for all of us. What card or guidance or blessing is beneficial for all of us at this time? So I'm going to be quiet and focus. Okay, cut the deck. This one, what is it? I'm not even sure how to hold it. Ah, ta-da! So it's evolving yourself, being a partial earth being, being a being that can fly, being a being that can morph into different aspects. It's like a couple of beings in one. It's beyond earth. Here's a child. Here's a child. Here is an adult. Here is the protective being, watching over and protecting. The energy of light is all around. The energy of love is all around. One can take these to be beings from elsewhere. They could take it to be spirit. You can take it to be, I don't really like the word aliens. You could take it from beings from other planets, other spaces, other places. So this is a full integration from very young to fully grown and evolving to beings from wherever they may be from, but these are protective ones. These are ones helping us. These are those watching over us. These are those that have concern for us and some sadness. So, do I feel and think that some of the beings from elsewhere that are on a high level have concern for some of us? I definitely do. There are some that have huge concern for our planet because some people on this planet and some belief systems and thought forms are seriously dangerous. So allow yourself to go to the higher. All of what I was talking about before, this is substantiating it in a whole different way. And let us see. There is connection here, there is love here, there is compassion here, there is the brand new and who knows what it is kind of thing here. There is energetic frequency here. So you can take a picture of this. I don't have a name for this card, so I can't give it to you. So, but it's on the Soul Cards deck too. So we're going to complete. I thank you. I bless you. I appreciate your being here. Please share, 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 share this. Do any and all of these suggestions. Um, and win. Win it. All of us can be winners. I sometimes have a different thought for myself because I thought with all the gifts and talents I've been given that I wanted to have a very huge effect to help up-level the frequency and the vibration of our planet. I'd like it to have been more than what I've done so far. In the meantime, I've been told, let go. That's criticizing myself and making me less than, and that's not allowed. So know that I've done the best I can at any given moment, whatever it may look like, sound like, or feel like, and that is true. And so just be cool with that, be happy with that, bless that, and the same for you. So my gratitude is they just gave me that little download again. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you have any thoughts about what you'd like me to discuss, email me. Or if there's a way to put it on our YouTube page, do that. And if you email, put on the subject line, moving forward. Bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you. Thank you.